Many of us want to achieve platinum, whether you're a gold coming back to the game or maybe even a silver or below, but all these tips will apply for you to make that push. You could even be a previous platinum player in the past seasons, but maybe you're just coming back to the game and you need a little bit more pointers. Well, I'm going to help you in this video to help you push to platinum rank. If you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, I make a lot of advice videos and as well stream highlights, so make sure you are subscribed today. From my personal experience, I used to be an average player until I took the next step in my gameplay. Everybody is different, but I try to point out the general problems that I see and what my Twitch chat is always asking me. I think one of the biggest problems and the solutions that people cannot find out is teammates. But what everybody needs to understand is that everybody is different at the game. Not everybody is going to be a set amount of skill of the game, and you really need to accept some people have how they are. There's a lot of differences between winning rounds with randoms and solo queuing teammates, even if you're 5 stacking, but everybody's at a different level and you can't really expect a certain amount of expectation out of some players because some of them might not know how to play the game that well. They might have just their aim carry them. But what you really need to work on is yourself, because you cannot change how they usually play. You can mostly change of who you're playing with and how you can best impact a round. So if you are solo queuing, I recommend either learn how to solo queue and for more self-improvement rather than trying to win more games. Or if you're 5 stacking or if you need to 5 stack, let's say you don't have any teammates to play with. Well, the best thing you can start out with is connections with people. You need to know that you're not gonna find the godliest 5 stack in maybe a few weeks, like maybe not even a week. It's just you have to have connections with the different people, because some people might not even be playing the game anymore. You don't know those schedules, so you can't rely on only 5 people to be playing with. You have to build connections with different players and move on forward as you go on, because you're gonna meet some new people, you're gonna drop some new people, but that's just how the game and how it's just gonna be, because not everyone is kind of on the same path as you to get whatever you want. Whether it's platinum, getting better at the game, you have to understand that you're gonna have to make some sacrifices to your IRL buddies, because those guys might be really hard stuck silvers that just play the game for fun, which is totally okay. But this video is about pushing from gold to platinum, and really you have to really know a better stack to be pursuing with. Let's say if you got a good 5 stack with your buddies, you guys are having a good time, but then you met this one person that has another 5 stack, which 5 stack of platinums, maybe even it's really good players, and you want to take that advantage of that opportunity, because if you learn from people that are better than you, that's the biggest key to learning in this game, because you literally have a live person telling you your mistakes and tips on how to get better. And sometimes it's really hard to point out your own mistakes, so it's really good for you to learn how to take criticism, and that kind of leads into the mindset of actually becoming a platinum player. It's not a big difference at the end of the day, it's just ranks and all that, but in order to consistently push the plat and stay in there, you have to think from the game from a different perspective. Building tough skin and building your mindset through the tough times, whether that's you getting dropped from a team, maybe you lose a game, you drop no kills, and you just feel really stuck. But you just have to know that we have good days and bad days, and those bad days will teach us a lot more and how we can improve as a player. And sometimes in those bad games, even in the good games, your teammates and overall just the game might feel unlucky, but you got to stay optimistic. It's maybe whether it's 1 round lost, you have to know that some things are not going to be in your control, and you really need to tell yourself that, okay, I could have played this better. Every time you die, you got to ask yourself, how could I have played this better? How could I have approached this situation better? Was I really unlucky, or did I just put myself in that situation? You have to take accountability, which is really important, by learning from your mistakes and always thinking that there's always going to be a solution, because especially if you're not like a perfect player in the world, nobody's perfect in this game, not even Shaiku or Pangu or Bolo, no one like that. They're all still learning the game, they're trying to be the best version of themselves. And before you, like I said, before you call yourself unlucky, the game's is bullshit, you have to tell yourself that, how could I have played that better in that situation? How could I have took an angle differently? How could I have used my utility better? And it's just all about, you know, absorbing the game and learning the possibilities of eliminating those bad outcomes, and how you can stay consistently. That's what consistency is really good about, is you eventually learn all the bad mistakes and you just strive to be the best person that you can play in that situation. So, and this all happens, you have to play the game a lot if you really want to become good at the game. If you're trying to push the plat just to push the plat, that's okay. These will still work out for you, but I think this will help take you to the next step. And like I said, not everything's gonna be in your control, and you might be like, oh, I did the best I could have done, but my team all just died off and I'm left to clutch in a 1v5. But you can't change how other people play sometimes. You can give advice, you can IG out a little bit, but you know, you just gotta understand that you're gonna have those situations. But the way I see it, if you're ever left in a 1v5, blah blah blah, you can just focus on clutching, practice clutching up more, you know. Every time you get into that first engagement, how can you best win that engagement and get ready for the second one? Take 1v1s, and that really leads into kind of the end point of this video. Is a good mindset can only take you so far until you actually need to start working and getting kills, winning gunfights, and just overall playing the game better. I think really big factors that people need to work on, and if these categories kind of feel a little rusty to you, I would recommend trying to improve them a little bit more. So your clutches, which are basically, you know, those 1v2s, 1vx's, you know, you're not always going to win those, but you want to try your best to take those 1v1s and lower the man advantage down. That way it's possible for you to win. Another thing is your crosshair placement. Aim for those headshots. Sometimes those headshots are really what matter in winning gunfights quickly and saving health. It's just a very good mechanic that a good player can have. Another thing is map knowledge. Make sure that you try your best to know the map a little bit more than your enemy. That way you can pre-fire common spots, know where they're playing, and how to best handle a situation on a map. And the last thing I want to talk about is your ability to work with other people. Whether this is, you know, you're looking at the R6 Discord, public matches, solo queue teammates, even just your buddies that you know for a while. That how flexible are you? Are you able to take criticism well? Are you able to know when, you know, sometimes some people are not giving the same energy that you're giving them, and you gotta really decide which path you want to take. If you actually really want to deal with them, is it worth your time getting stressed over one person when you could just go to another stack? It's all personal, and I think a lot of these tips in this video will help you guide you guys, and I really hope it does. Through personal experience, I've gone through almost all these problems, but I really took the time to break them down and to eventually share my perspective with you guys. The last thing I want everybody to know is that it's all about the effort that you put into the game. I'm not asking you guys to put all your heart, your soul, your blood. Like, I might sound like I'm asking a lot from you guys, but just it's all about the perspective that you guys take the game. And whether you want to take breaks, go play a different game, that's totally okay. But it's all about just where you left off and how you can just work on yourself every day. You know, you might not always be the perfect player that you want, but the best thing you can do is just learn the game and play the game a lot and learn from people that are better than you. So I hope this video really helped you guys. And if you guys want more videos on this about making the push from gold to silver to copper, I'll be doing videos on a lot of ranks. So make sure you do leave a like on the video. It really helps the video get noticed. Like I said, share with a friend. Have a good day, guys.